shut the front door, and then open it again because the Wii Baseball World Cup is knocking. Stoke-on-Trent Steamers Christmas jumpers are out now. Order as soon as possible for your best chance of a before Christmas Day delivery. The Wii Sports Baseball World Cup. 24 teams battle it out for the ultimate prize in a competition which, honestly, at this point is insane. We've had demonic explosions, kidnappings, one of the commentators has been pushed off a building. Whatever happened to just good, clean, simple baseball, eh? Well, the quarterfinals are underway. With Norse God Mr Picnic stepping in as pitcher, the Steamers have found it difficult to break down the tricksy, silly, wacky, goofy, zany FC. At 3-1 up, the scoreline flattered to deceive, but they were still ahead. Could their new talisman set melancholy aside to send Stoke to the semi-final? Sighed Mr Picnic. He had become so forlorn that a smattering of icicles were forming on his chin. And with that, his holiness was very much being put into question, as it wasn't typical to worship anybody that repeatedly hit foul balls. Engine room, you've got to switch me back into pitcher. Look at him. He's got all the presence of a damp dishcloth. Research, Mindbrain. Stick to your task. But as the teams changed sides, Mindbrain was finding it harder and harder to stomach being snubbed, especially when their current second pitcher was bowling like that. Mr Picnic continued to throw stinker after stinker, and in that sense, it was great fortune that his misery proved to be silly, wacky, goofy, zany FC's kryptonite. I would just find it so hilarious right now if Mr. Picnic signed up for cognitive behavioral therapy. Wait, that's not okay to say. With Smaug skidding down to her left to scoop up a loose shot from Chris, the semi-finals were in tickling, if not touching, distance. It was hard to feel positive about anything, however, when they were witnessing a display so feeble and dismal. Bro. Come on, engine room, just sub me in. I could have this wrapped up in a matter of milliseconds. No, Mindbrain. Mr. Picnic is, gonna cook. Let him cook. Any moment now. Anyway, I was thinking, I need you to finish that moonball strategy of yours. Oh, that's basically finished already, save a few safety tests and integral parts. Now, trade me in. I mean, properly finish it. My gut tells me we'll need it. Your gut seems to tell you a lot of things recently, apart from anything about Mindbrain. Nothing about the perfect acute angle of Mindbrain's pitching elbow. Nothing about the Steamers' win percentage with or without Mindbrain in the team. All the data backs me, so... just admit it. You don't trust me. No, Mindbrain, you don't trust me. As your captain, nobody does. And I can't blame them. Look at Engine Room with his massive chin and his silly decisions. Oh yeah, that really instills belief, doesn't it? Lovable yet lousy. That's all I am. With a face that looks like I've swallowed a MacBook. Put me on skis and I'll end up as a snowball. Make me lead a baseball team and it's the same result. You're all so used to me goofing up that you can't even conceive that for once, I might just have more information, more data, than you. Oh, right, yeah, and what information is that? But I don't know whether I can even say it. Oh, well, that's convenient, because I'd prefer you didn't talk to me anyway, so... The rock salesman. Cool, yeah, your new best friend, the rock salesman. He lived with those orb things, whatever, for years, and it caused him... unimaginable pain and boo-hoo-hoo must have been so hard for him. Okay, that does sound pretty nasty. He reckons if they get a hold of you like they have Venus, at any moment you could just... And I may be a terrible captain, but mark my words, No player is dying on my watch, and I am trusting you to come up with a strategy to save him. Engine room, have I ever let you down? Not in the end, no. Along the way, questionable, but I want to punch you so badly right now, so instead, I'm going to give you an over-enthusiastic fist bump because, curses, you're the best friend I ever had. God damn it. Sorry for being selfish. Plus, if you're a bad captain, then what does that say about the vice captain, eh? I must be as effective as a root vegetable, but that root vegetable's got a life to save. Plus, look. I guess sometimes the data is wrong. With Mr. Picnic finally managing a proper pitch, it was up to Spinny Winnie to kick some life into the game. But right now she was experiencing too much of a different kind of kick, and proving to be more spinny than Winnie, she was caught out.
You're out.
Fine then, Engine Room would do it himself. Mindbrain had got him all fired up. Whatever these gemstones give can just as easily be taken away. If we wait too long, you may not have a friend to save. He had been cautious with his information. All good captains know how to keep the illusion of control, to stave off panic amongst their ranks, but he had to admit it. Sharing this burden with his lifelong friend was a great weight off his chest. His arms felt like they were floating as he swished his bat effortlessly. That was a shot to instill hope. That was a shot to remove all doubt. 4-1, a scoreline insurmountable. And surely now we find ourselves facing a Stoke-on-Trent semis. If only Ron were here, he'd say something inappropriately funny like, "After that shot, I know I've got a semi." Goodness, I miss him. The mood around the stands had brightened, but as Smaug stepped up to bat, that warmth faded away slightly, and she felt a shiver under her scales. Something, or someone, felt off. No, not off. Familiar. "What is it, Smaug?" Before she could put a claw on it, however, the game had resumed, and she had no time to think before her shot had settled in the opposition's gloves. With Mindbrain still in the testing phase of his moonball strategy, curses, how did that go behind me?
You're out.
Oh, dog water, and that's not any good either. The pressure now fell on Mr. Picnic. His shoulders trembled as he lifted his gloves, like he was fighting to hold up an immense weight. It looked a bit silly considering his divine statuesque form, but through her backstop's padding and dizzy vision, Winnie felt he appeared defiant. The problem was, the wacky zany bench were thinking the same, and they were getting desperate. No, imagine if Spinny Winnie was actually a crippling addict with baseball-related substance issues. Ooh yeah, that'd be so deep and edgy and deep. Pretty embarrassing. At least be addicted to something proper like Maltesers or heroin. No, it's not like that. It's all so clear to me now. No, I mean, I guess they did just hit the nail exactly on the head, but come to think of it, that is some mysteriously accurate fanfiction. Are we sure they haven't been given spoilers? I am... You're nothing, Mr. Picnic. Listen, you can't tell anyone I am not above you. I am the same as you. Just as ashamed as you. Flawed in the brain as you. I'll get us all kicked out. Oh, nice rhyming, Mr. Picnic. Bars. Thank you, but for once, I don't think I deserve the praise. In my adamance to remain godly, I have overlooked my subjects. No, my friends. Winnie, I am not your superior. I know what it is to hate part of oneself. I just refuse to acknowledge it. I am a fig, when you boil it down, crafted to be the almighty realm's dinner entertainment and part-time pot washer. Not a god, a fruit. I cannot magic your problems away, but gods damn them, the first people I ever cared about are in a real mess. and I am about to clean up. Whipping up a tirade of blue flame and icy frost, it seemed even the potwashers of Asgard were bestowed with otherworldly power. About time he used it for someone besides himself. With 2 pitchers that could rupture eardrums, Mr. Picnic brushed up a couple of fine strikes, then followed with an awkward middle grounder which was sent straight into the firm hands of Mindbrain. Mindbrain was so pumped up after his tiff with Engine Room that he snapped his giant pencil in celebration. And as Engine Room wrapped his hands around the following shot, he too began to whip his shirt above his head, for which he was cautioned and received a yellow card. Finally, it was time for the big show. A dazzling display of ethereal lights painted the sky, but the throw itself was anything but colourful. Straight as you like, cold and hard, pitched through the batsman like a heavenly spear. And with that, the game was over. The steamers were through. And amongst the cheers and jubilation,
"Ooh, Bayek, that was some finish, Mr. Pickpocket. Get it? 'Cause you stole the show. Oof." Hello, Winnie. Oh, you might want to plug your nose. I'm a bit seaweedy, but looks like you're stinking it up a bit more than me. I'm here now. I'm here. And good to see you too, Mr. Picnic. Your hugs are a bit chilly though.
Ozzy, no way! You came back! Yes! Finally a player has come back instead of leaving. Is this real? Somebody pinch me. I will. Ow, that felt personal. It was.
And whoa, Nelly, hold your horses. It's better than that. I only went and brought Xavier back with me, didn't I? Didn't I? Ooh, tough crowd.
I see. Is that so? Typical. He comes crawling back now. Oh my god, Xavier. What happened to you? Hey, guys. Bon, I'll get the first aid. The big plasters. Hoot hoot. I made a massive mistake. You did. I betrayed you. Walked out on you all in your hour of need. Put money over the club, the fans, my friends. You did. But now I realise that... So, look, I know this is far too much to ask, but will you let me back in the team? I will. I mean, I've zero ground to stand on. I completely understand if it's a no. I did such a terrible and selfish thing, and there's really no reason for you to... Wait, what? I'll be real with you. We're pretty desperate for players right now. Oh, right. Yeah. We're actually missing a team wildcard at the moment. Yeah, of course you are. There's lots of good wildcards in this competition. I know there is. It's a good job I'll only accept you as ours then. Yes, I suppose. So, I'd shake your hand, but the state you're in, I'm afraid it might fall off. Come on, Steamers, let's get back to the team hotel. You need a good night's rest. God, what actually happened to you? Did you fall off a building? Goodness me, tell you what, this stuff really makes you feel like crushing things. You don't happen to have any walnuts, do you, Pipe? Or like human skulls or something? You can crush my skull. Yeah, alright, lighten up, we've escaped and... Wait, we can't be that close already. Why do I hear match commentary? And it appears I am falling through the air, most likely resulting in my inevitable death. Just a shame I never got to say goodbye to my loved ones before my body became a fine puree on the rocks below. Deborah, I will do my best to join the stars in a place visible from the Me Plaza. Bloody hell, Ron. I knew you were clumsy, but tripping off a skyscraper. I wish I could trip off a skyscraper. Jesus, Pipe. Anyway, let me guess. Oh, Scalene, it appears I have fallen for you all over again. Or something to that effect. No, I'm sorry. I know you all found my constant flirtatious jibes incredibly funny and endearing, but I'm not who you think I am. Yeah, we know. You do? But my acting was flawless. You're better. Thanks for the muscular trampoline. More to the point, we have to get you two back to the team as soon as possible. Yes, we'll start heading down the mountain straight away. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you had grappling hooks for hands and double-sided sellotape for skin. It's too steep, you divs. I'd recommend falling, but to be honest, the experience comes with a tad more lifelong trauma than you'd ideally wish for. But no, walking could take days.
Well, how did you get up here?
Ah. Okay, just hop in the minecart.
And I suppose this is the point where you roll a giant boulder after us, is it?
Not as long as you don't trigger any of the many death traps. Now listen, tomorrow morning, the Tour de Woohoo is passing by the bottom of this cave.
What's that? French? I only know how to say dans ma trousse j'ai un petit poisson.
What? No, it's cycling. There'll be a bike there for you. That much I can arrange. Ooh, I've been really getting into BMX recently. See, they'll fall for it.
Thanks, Ron. Honestly. And be safe.
I'd worry about yourselves. Just whatever you do, don't press any big red buttons, no matter what they say on the...
Oh. Pipe, what was the one rule we were given? It said press me. It was literally asking to be pressed.
The two of them pumped and pumped as fast as they could, but Scalene's arms were too strong.
It stuck. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have drunk that much baseball fruit shoot. Where are we? What time is it? Why can I hear pedaling? Oh no, Scalene, the race is about to start. Quick, get on the bike. A tandem? Is Ron serious? I don't want to read the rest of that anyway. Suppose we've got no choice. Pipe, stop lying down in the road.
And just like that, they wheeled over to the starting line and they were off. 30 sets of spokes whizzed away in front of them, and before they knew it, they were right at the back of the pack. Their best bet of escaping unnoticed would be to nestle somewhere in the middle of the peloton, but both of them were far too competitive for that, and they zoomed out the blocks at some speed. According to their GPS, the course was supposed to take them through the volcano, then looping around and down through a series of cliffsides and tunnels to eventually end up in Woohoo Town. They would never even make it that far, however, if they didn't manage to keep two wheels on the ground. Scalene's quads were so powerful that it was difficult not to just pop a constant wheelie. They would have to focus hard, not just because they were entering a chamber full of lava, but because, the competition kept clipping their back tires, sending them dangerously close to the bubbling magma below. Perhaps the organization had placed agents within their opposition. They couldn't be too careful. If this corporation were powerful enough to stage kidnappings, then who knows what traps they may have set? Landmines, maybe swinging axes, or banana peels? Oh god, they were slipping! Mayday! Mayday! Oh no! They rode straight off a cliff. Using her drug-enhanced fists, Scalene blasted holes through the oncoming rocks and ridges ahead. They were riding near vertical, and yet somehow, against all the odds, they managed to stick the landing, wrestling their two-seated bike into submission with the help of another long and really rather impressive wheelie. This had accidentally turned out to be quite the shortcut, or it would have done had they not mistakenly joined a separate stage of the Tour de Woohoo. Despite the town being just there, they were ushered back around the road and up another hill, theoretically to do it all again. This was bad news. They had barely survived one trip down the volcano. So, as they navigated along the narrow crest of Woohoo Island's coastline, Scalene put the burners on. They shunted their way through the pack, and Pipe spun the handlebars to take a detour through a nearby cave. Hopefully this would get them back on their original route, and, if it wasn't too much to ask, shoot them up from 19th to podium position. I mean, look at the big group in front of them. Everyone was slowing down. It was almost like there was a bridge. An icy cold blanket wrapped around Pipe's body. Well, this was on the nose. He was now quite literally sinking deeper into despair. Bad times will pass too, Scalene's advice. He understood it, but he didn't believe it. For a moment, he considered what might happen if he just let himself drift. It would be quite peaceful, really. He'd never have to play baseball again. That cursed game that had given him so much, and then taken it all away across slow and agonizing episodes. He'd never be caught out again, never face expulsion from the tournament, never have to see Engine Room grit his teeth and refuse to back down, or hear the frantic tapping of Mindbrain's calculator. He'd never hear Spindle's jokes or Xavier's catchphrases, never see those proud beaming faces on the bench as he hit a home run. Okay, but this way he'd never have to lose a friend again, although, in a sense, wouldn't he lose all of them at once? Yeah, this wasn't the answer. Pipe, are you okay? Here, I've got the bike. Just hold on to this log. Scalene? Yeah, just grab onto the tree trunk. Scalene, what's up? That's your forearm. Oh yeah. Oh, don't make me laugh, I'm gonna choke. Toot-toot-toodle-doo. Rise and shine, ladies and gentlemen. It's a morning you aren't gonna wanna miss. As reigning champions, the Stoke-on-Trent Steamers arrive at the semi-finals. Will they chunter on to their final destination, or will they be stopped by our surprise candidates? That's right, they've come all this way without unravelling. It's the Knights of the Knitted Jumpers, Turtlenecks United.
And may I just say, it's been so lovely to play with you all this tournament. There's the captain.
Give me Granny Sweater.
Interesting, I'm just hearing breaking news that they've nominated a new captain for this tie. Some fella named Mac. I'd recognise that shiny dome anywhere, but how can that be possible? He doesn't have a scratch on him. I mean, there's moisturising and then there's, I don't know, regenerating? Yeah, careful, don't touch him, just keep him contained. This is working great, Mindbrain. Matt, that's not fair. Engine Room, what do we do? It's okay, Mindbrain predicted we might be facing another sabotage. Ah, sweet numbers. Yeah, but we can only play what's in front of us, and Xavier's told me about all the dents he left in Matt's cranium. Plus, our own god is back in form. I'm ready to decimate. It's such a wonderful morning. What could possibly go wrong? Well, actually, but before Xavier could get a word in, the trumpet sounded, the crowd went wild, and the World Cup semi-final began. Mr. Picnic was up first. He walked up with a new sort of understated humility about him. Unfortunately, he was being too respectful, and unprepared for Matt's sheer force, he was immediately caught out. Oops, look at how unperfect I am. I get the sentiment, Mr. Picnic, but we are still trying to win here. Engine Room fared slightly better. He bravely faced off Matt's thunderous pitch with a towering shot. Now that was a leader's confidence. Unfortunately, confidence only gets you so far. The ball didn't quite reach the boundary, and he was caught out. Are you sure you beat him up, Xavier? The only person who could handle that kind of throw is, well, Scalene. And who's going to replace her?
Oh, Prit Sticks.
Oh no, why does Ozzy have to be next? I was hoping we could rebuild his confidence little by little. The poor guy's going to get flustered again.
I thought I was playing against me's, not mice.
Oh, you've been warned. I've been through multiple training montages. Ozzy, it's going to be okay. Just stay calm out there. He's got this. Bingo.
Still as clear water, the ball didn't even spin. His stomach may have been somersaulting on the inside, but Ozzy had hit the ball pure and true, and he turned to the bench with a cheeky grin.
You can call me Scalene's right bicep. Now who's gonna be the left?
It was a spirited rallying cry, one which Xavier was keen to answer. He had a great debt to pay, so much to make up for, and yet he just couldn't get over it. You must have thousands of physiotherapists on your payroll. How
did I recover so quickly?
Xavier just about managed to squeeze a single.
I was once like you, frail, breakable. I have been changed by forces you could never understand. Perhaps you should ask her. She might have more of an idea.
Winnie? It didn't make sense. Winnie was barely with them at all after another wavy night chugging baseball juice. What sort of power could she handle? Or perhaps he was alluding to the fact that she couldn't. The team looked on perplexed. All except for Smaug. What is it, Smaug? What's wrong?
I know the top of that head.
Yeah, it's obviously Matt. It's a terrible disguise and we've all seen him before.
Not like I have.
Freaky! Freaky deaky! Freaky freaky pee pee! What's that weird spot floating next to her?
I bet it's a pimple. I bet it's a scale, and she's a dragon. Everybody run away from the dragon. Run away, run away, run away! No, guys, come back. Sniff, sniff. Oh, there's me birthday girl. Don't cry, Poppet. Here, I got you some prezzies. Mum, why do I have this stupid ugly spot? We all have that on my side of the family, Betty. It's just a freckle that's gone walkabout. The other kids say it's a scale. They say I'm a monster. Call me a dragon. Well, that sounds like a compliment to me. It is not. In the legends, they're strong and brave like Spyro, a magical purple dragon who used the portal of power to defeat the evil Emperor Chaos. Or here, read this book. It's about a dragon that sits on hoards of gold and owns a whole mountain. A whole mountain? I am no Betty, I am Smaug. Who goes there in me cave?
I heard voices, Mom. We don't want witnesses.
I don't care, Matthew. The going out of glory is supposed to be right this way. Who goes there? There it is, Matt, after so long. The thing we most desire. Grr. With this, we can reshape things. Make this world a better place. Oh ho ho, so you're after me gold, are ya?
Who is this role player? I don't know, Mom. Take pity on her. She appears to have a deformity.
My scales are like a shield of steel.
This is not of my concern. Cut it from the rock. But Mom, this swordplay baton is unwieldy. I may hit the girl. Cut it! Now! As you say, Mom.
No! That's my treasure!
Big boss, I told you to wait for backup. We only just docked. What have you done? It appears we have been blessed, child. Come with me.
I am a monster. So thirsty. So thirsty.
Matt, no, be careful. Matthew!
Apologies, Mom. I have been quenched. I feel renewed.
Yes, I see that. Ship in as many plastic bottles as you can. Bring excavation equipment too. The stones fell in the fissure, but we will have them. Oh, and seize the child.
Would you come with me, sweet thing? I have a hotel room I think you'd like.